Can you give us a fun fact about your history?
Fun fact about my history would have to be when I was lap dancing, and a friend of mine and I went out to an after party. It was about 4 a.m. We met two guys, we went back to theirs, and we pretty much had like a big so I've never done it before, nor had she. We started sort of getting it on. They were absolutely loving it, and then I ended up with one guy, and then halfway through we swapped partners. That was pretty cool. I remember that as being a really cool night, and it was about 10 a.m. by the time we sort of crawled out of there and went home. It was just a one night thing, but it was really, really good. Always memorable.
Sex on a boat, yes or no?
Yeah, sex on a boat. Why not? It's everywhere, basically. You've got to try these different things, haven't you?
Have you done any content on a boat?
Yeah, I've done some content on the boat with myself and also with my ex as well on the boat. So if you want to go and check out that content, go onto my OnlyFans. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was really good. I enjoyed that. You should definitely go and check it out.
So what would you define as first base, second, third and home base?
That's such an American thing to say, isn't it? Like first base, second base. I think isn't first base kissing, second base, third base, and then that's it as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but yeah, just get on with it. You don't need to say, oh, I've been to first base, I've been to third base. Just, if you're gonna have to someone, just let it flow naturally. There's no point in, marking different parts of their bodies that you've got to touch first. Just enjoy it, embrace it and relax.
Under what circumstances would you be willing to try?
Well, I've actually got the shape of a fist, probably a bit like that. That is a lot to take. And also I was with, my ex had quite a big hand, and he managed to get most of it in, apart from I think the thumb. But like I say, he had a massive fist. You've got to be in the mood for it. You've got to be relaxed. You've got to make sure there's loads of lube, and you make sure you've probably had a few drinks. But it is good fun as long as you do it, and you're sort of communicating with your partner as well, because there are times where you're like, oh my God. So always communicate and make sure he doesn't just ram it in, because bloody hell, that's just awful.
So are you more of a moaner or a dirty talker?
I'm a bit of both, I'd say, definitely. I think you've got to read the room, you've got to read how it's going, so you've got to do the moany parts, and also like when he's getting close, you've got to do the dirty talk, the trashy talk, obviously if that's what he's into. But yeah, I like to do a bit of both, keep it spicy, why not?
What's your opinion on manscaping then?
Always keep your balls trimmed, guys. Like, no girl wants to be looking down there and getting hair stuck in their teeth. I know it's the same for us as well, but unless like that girl is bushy, then you're gonna definitely get hair stuck in your teeth. But for us women, we want something clean cut. And also I've heard that if you do have it all shaved off, it makes it look a hell of a lot bigger. So keep your hygiene up and get rid of that bush.
Would you say that shame needs to play a part in exhibitionism?
No, definitely not. If you're an exhibitionist, you don't give a so there's no shame in that. At the end of the day, if people want to think that it's shameful, or they want to take the piss out of you, or they want to judge you, then they're just missing out. They're just jealous. It's just always the way, isn't it? Never feel ashamed about any kink that you have. It's just one of those things. It's how you are.
So if somebody knocks at your door while you're having, do you stop or do you continue?
I'll continue, obviously. I would never stop for anybody knocking at the door. Even if it was an emergency. No, not happening. Unless, obviously, the house is on fire and someone's screaming at me, then that might change the mood a little bit. But apart from that, no, I wouldn't answer the door.
What is the most desperate thing that you did in the past to get laid and you're not ashamed of it?
So I went through a bit of a dry spell and I was gagging for it, guys. I went on this date with this guy, and honestly, the way he ate his food and the way he talked to me about his numerous baby mamas and kids and all this sort of, I was like, oh my God. But I was desperate, guys, and he was really hot. And I was so forward. He kissed me, and I was like, okay guys, here we go. We're gonna get this guy. So I just stopped, whispered in his ear, your place or mine. And it was so cheesy and it was so cringe, but it worked. And he was like, oh yeah, come back to mine. And I was like, yeah, brilliant, let's go. And it was like one of the wildest, most passionate one night stands I ever had, and it was amazing. And never saw that guy again.
What do you think about guys who bail on a date or a hookup just because the girl is taller than them?
Well, obviously it's going to happen, isn't it? Guys, you will always feel like inferior if a girl is taller than you. I understand. I don't want a guy who's smaller than me because I don't want to feel like all that power. I need a guy in my life who takes some of that power as well. Like I want it to be 50-50. I don't know whether it's happened to me yet. I've never been stood up, but you never know. There's still time, and maybe they'll look at me and think, oh my God. Or maybe they've lied and not said that they're tall enough as well, because that could be another thing. But yeah, don't worry, I don't blame you.